Welcome to Transform Fitness. I'm your coach Sandeep Raj. Today we're going to train back and biceps. Now, before we go on to our workout, the most important thing of any workout is your warm-up. Today, our warm-up is going to be 2 sets of pull-ups and 2 sets of straight arm cable pull down. So, for the first one, I'm going to show you a normal pull-up, and for people who are not able to do a complete bodyweight pull-up, I'm going to show you another variation which is on the assisted pull-up machine. Now, if you don't have this machine at your gym, you can use a band for the same thing. Attach the band on your knee or your leg and use the assistance from the band. But here we are going to use the assisted pull-up machine. For this, I'm going to set up the bench, set up some weight which is lesser than my body weight, and hold a wide grip which is slightly higher than my shoulder width, and then keep my chest up, back straight, and drive the movement through my elbow and pull up till my elbows are around my lower ab area. So without any further ado, let's start. 15 reps is our rep range for our warm-ups. Again, no need to do too heavy, and this is for people who cannot do a bodyweight pull-up. Same thing, just hold, pull your scapula first, lean back, keep a nice and constant movement. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this was our first set of warm-up with the assisted pull-up machine. Now for the second set, I'm going to not use this. You can do the same movement on any bar, or even the cable cross machine has the bar. So, you know, any bar which is above and you can do a complete pull-up is a yes. But if you cannot do it, use an assisted pull-up machine or a band tight on top. Put one of your knee inside and let the band support you. So the second set, without any delay, let's go on to our second set. Again, 15 reps of it. Let's go. Again, hook, come down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that was 2 sets of warm-up for your back using the assisted pull-up machine. We're done with our pull-ups. We go on to the straight arm pullover on the cable machine. Take some rest, catch your breath back. We're still in the warm-up. Let's go on to the next one. So we're done with the first warm-up. Second one, what we're going to do is a straight arm cable pull down. So for this, we take an attachment which is a straight bar, or a shorter bar also is okay. Put a high pulley, keep a weight which you can do around 15 reps with ease, and then hold the bar, move 2 to 3 steps back, extend your hands forward, lower back straight, hands come to your ears beside them, and then pull down, exhale, and contract your lats. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you see, I'm not moving any part of my elbow, just focusing on the stretch and squeeze of my lats. 2 and 1. One more thing in this thing, whenever you do a straight arm pull down, you always keep the bar which you are holding. Do not hold the bar. Always hook it and keep the rod so that the rod touches your hand in this area, so that you remove the wrist from the equation. So that is something which you should keep in mind. Again, for the second set, I'm just going to increase one more plate because that was too light. And let's go. Same thing, nice and slow. Focus on the stretch and squeeze of your lats. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're done with 2 sets of pull-ups and 2 sets of straight arm cable pull downs. Done with our warm-up now. The most important part of the workout is done. So we're done with our warm-up. Moving on to our first exercise, which is the lat pull down. Now before even I go into the exercise, let me tell you the most important things you have to keep it in your head before even you start the exercise. Number 1, whenever you do any kind of pull movement or a row movement, always try to hook the bar than trying to hold it. So when you hold it, you engage your elbow, your forearm more than your lats. So that is one thing which you will remove completely from the equation if you hook. So always have this habit of hooking the bar whenever you do any kind of movement for your lats. Number 2, do not use heavier weights and use momentum to do the movement. Number 3, you're squeezing and contracting when you're pulling down, and so you breathe out when you contract. So you breathe out when you pull down. So that's your breathing pattern. So breathe in while you go up, breathe out while you come down. Number 4, always lock your hips into the bench so that you don't have a tendency of coming up with the weight pulling you upwards when you're doing the lat pull down. So and number 5, utilize the eccentric part. Now when you contract, that is the concentric part of the workout. When you leave it, the negative movement, negative part of the exercise is called the eccentric part. So when you're leaving, do not leave it very fast. Control the weight and leave it and pull down with control. So always be in control whenever you do any movement. So these are the 5 things which you keep in your mind before even you do the exercise, so that the efficiency of the exercise is more. So without any further delay, let's start. Take a weight. Again, the rep range is around 12 to 15. So around one hand away than the shoulder width grip. Lock your thighs, lean back and pull down while you exhale. The rod comes to your chest. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 4 and 5. Now same things again. I was not swinging too much. Again, this weight was less, but even if you're increasing your weight, do not try to use too much momentum when you're performing the exercise. Your elbows are as close to your body as possible. Do not flare out. Number 3, Always lock in your thighs so that your hip doesn't come out when the weight is going up. Number 4, slow and focus on the movement. Always don't just leave the negative part, because that is one thing which you have to focus on, because you are more stronger in your eccentric than your concentric. So, you know, utilize that for more efficiency. And number 5, your breathing pattern. Whenever you contract, you breathe out. So we're done with 30 seconds of rest. Moving on to our second set of this exercise. I'm going to increase the weight slightly. Catch my breath back, and the grip is slightly more than your shoulder width. Don't do too wide, and hook the bar again. Lock your thigh, lean back, and let's go. Pull your shoulders down and start the movement from there. 2, 3, squeeze your lats while you do it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that is 2 sets done. We're going to take a small rest period of 30 to 45 seconds. Have some water. It's very simple, guys. When you know how to do an exercise properly, and when you put the mind into the exercise and focus on the exercise completely, it's so amazing that, you know, you feel the muscles which you are targeting are actually working, and that's something amazing, and that is the foundation of the complete transformation. So, you know, don't miss these basics. We are just getting started. So, you know, keep your focus. Let's go. We have one more set left of the lat pull downs. I'm just going to mentally prepare myself. Increase the weight slightly again, not too much. Same thing, slightly higher width than shoulder grip. Hook the bar, don't hold the bar. Lock your thighs in, lean back, and drive the movement through your elbows. Let's go. And exhale while you do it. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, our first exercise for our back day is done. We move on to the second one, which is the seated low cable pulley row. Take some rest. You're done with exercise number 1. Hydrate yourself, very important. Let's go on to our next one. We are done with our first exercise, the lat pull down. Now we're moving on to our second one, which is the seated low cable pulley row. For this, in this gym, we have a machine. If you don't have a seated cable low pulley row, I would recommend you to do the same exercise on a cable crossover machine by fixing the cable on a lower position and then sitting down on or an elevated surface like a step or a bench, and then keeping your legs firm so that you don't move through the movement. And 3 things while you're doing this exercise is that you always keep your spine neutral and your back straight, chest up, and always, for this particular exercise, we are using a V grip. If you don't have a V grip, you can use 2 single handles to create a V grip. And while you always hook any kind of handle or a rod in every rowing movement, and you drive the movement through your elbow, not with your wrist. So without any further delay, one more thing, your breathing pattern is when you contract, you breathe out. So you breathe out and you're pulling the weight towards yourself, and then when you leave, you inhale the air back. So without any further delay, let's go into the movement. We have 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. I'm going to set the weight so that this is my first set, so I don't want to do too heavy. Get the posture and the form right first. So I'm fixing my legs firm on this, pulling my chest up, back straight, hooking the handle, and then 2, elbows as close to the body as possible, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That was set number 1. We're done with 1 set. We have 2 more sets left. Let's take some rest in between. 30 to 45 seconds rest period, and then when you're done, catch your breath back, move into the second set. Now for the second set, because the first set I was able to get 15 reps at ease, I'm going to up the weight slightly and challenge myself to get another 15 reps in this weight for my second set. Focus on doing the exercise before even you step in and touch the movement. So let's go to our second set. Done with our rest period. Without any further delay, let's jump into our set. Same thing. Always take a hook grip. Legs firm and fixed. Slight bend in the knee. Arch back, spine neutral, and then pull with your elbows. 2. Exhale while you pull in. 4. And contract your lats. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're done with 2 sets of the seated low pulley cable row. Take some rest, 30 to 45 seconds. If you need some more rest and you're not able to, take some more 15-second more. That's okay, absolutely fine. But catch your breath back, directly jump into the set. Don't take too much rest in between sets, because at the end of the day, we are trying to change our complete body shape through the program. So challenging ourselves in that 1 hour time, what we have when we are working out is very crucial. So completely your mind, everything should be on your workout and not anywhere else. So let's go. We're done with our 30-second rest period. I'm feeling good, so I'm going to up the weight slightly more. Now for my third and final set, I'm going to just up the weight and try to get that 12 to 15 reps. If I'm not able to push till 15, at least make sure that you get those 12 reps, because otherwise there's no point of increasing weight, because get the form right, get the movement right, and then increase weight. This is the order which we are following. So let's go without any delay. We're done with our rest period. So firm stance, back straight, chest up, hook grip, and breathe out while you pull in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and done. So that was our third and final set of our seated low pulley cable row. We're done with exercise number 2. We move on to our next one, which is the bent over dumbbell rows. Now, for this exercise, we're not using any machines, we're using only dumbbells. So it's very important to take complete notice of the form and the posture so that you don't injure your back. So I'm going to tell you these things after a slight break of 30 seconds. Get some water in your system and let's go. We're done with the seated low pulley rows. Now the third exercise for today is going to be a bent over dumbbell row. For that, take a shoulder width stance, bend forward and keep a slight angle in your knee. Don't keep your knee straight. Keep a soft knee always. Keep your back tight, hip hinged, and then you're holding the weight. Rather, you're hooking the weight, any weight which you can get 12 to 15 reps at least. And while pulling the weight forwards, you're pulling the weight upwards by driving your elbow upwards, not by moving your wrist. So that is one key thing which you'll remember. So for this, for the first set, I'm going to take lighter weight because again, this movement, I am putting my lower back under stress, so I don't want to do too heavy weight. So bend forward, pull the weight up by driving your elbow upwards and breathe out while you're doing it. So this is how you do a bent over dumbbell row. 15 reps of this. 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So again, we're done with set number 1. Before I go on to set number 2, as you're resting, I want to tell you 3 things. The first and most important thing is to keep your foot on the ground firm and your weight on the heel and not come on your toe while performing the movement. Second thing, keep your back, lower back straight and your chest up always throughout the movement. Third, pull the weight upwards by driving your elbow and not by using your bicep more. Okay. Fourth one, while you contract, you exhale. So these 4 points, keep these 4 points in mind and perform the exercise. For your second set, see how much you will feel the movement yourself. So second set, we're done with our rest. I'm going to have some water. Again, remember to hydrate yourself through the workout. It's very important to do that. For my second set, I'm going to choose a weight, slightly heavier weight, 10 kgs. Again, we aim for the same rep range, 12 to 15 reps. Same 4 things: shoulder width stance, hip out, back straight, chest up, and drive the movement upwards with your elbow and breathe out while you do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So pretty simple when you get all the things correctly, when your posture is right, when your form is proper, and you go for the full range of motion, you completely feel what muscle you're working, and that's the whole agenda around this program. So let's take a break of 30 to 45 seconds, catch our breath back, and we move on to our final set for the bent over dumbbell rows. For this set, if the previous set for you was a bit challenging, I would recommend you to stick to the same weight. If you feel that you can increase the weight to the next dumbbell denomination, do that, because again, through the whole program, what we are trying to do is we are trying to progressively increase weights, increase strength, and build more muscle at the same time, do it more efficiently. So do not compromise the form by lifting heavier weights, but if you can, go heavy. So I think we are done with our 30 seconds break. I'm just trying to get my head back into the exercise. For third and final set, I'm going to up the weight one more to 12.5. Again, take the weights, shoulder width stance, same thing, drive the weight upwards through your elbows, bend down, let's go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh! We're done with our third working set of the bent over dumbbell rows. One more important thing which I forgot to mention: always, whenever you're doing any kind of movement, always keep your spine neutral. By that I mean, do not keep your neck too inward or too stretched out. Focus on keeping your complete spine neutral and focus only on what muscle group you're working on. In this case, it's your lats. So focusing on squeezing and stretching the lats is more important than swinging the weights up and down. So we're done with the third variation. Now we move on to the next one. Get some rest, have some water, and let's go. Now for our next exercise, we are going to do 2 sets of 12 to 15 reps of a barbell rack pull. Now, any rack is fine, a squat rack, a power rack, just to keep the weight at knee length. And before doing the exercise, 3 main points. We're focusing on our lower back in this exercise. So this is slightly different from a Romanian deadlift, just because you bend forwards by bending your back as opposed to stretching your hamstring. So this is the main difference between the Romanian deadlift and the barbell rack pull. And in the barbell rack pull, the rod just goes beneath your knee level, and then we pull it back by focusing on the contraction of our lower back. So just imagine that your lower back is a pivot point and then the weight is in your hands. So you just move with the air inside you slightly below your knees and then power back by squeezing your lower back and then come up completely straight. Now you don't have to get completely straight every rep. The main focus is the lower back. So my final position would be something like this, where I squeeze in my lower back and keep the tension constant in my lower back as opposed to releasing it by straightening my glutes. So without any further delay, let's go. Set number 1, 12 to 15 reps of the barbell rack pull. Pronated grip, shoulder width. Don't complicate by, now if you're increasing the weight, you can do any kind of grip. Now this time I'm using the pronated grip. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and go. So breathe in slightly below your knees and squeeze your lower back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That was set number 1. Now if you've seen when I'm doing the exercise, I'm focused more on squeezing my lower back as opposed to getting the weight all the way up. So get that mind muscle connection as early as possible so that you can get the maximum out of this particular exercise. Let's take a break, have some water, and then we move on to our final set of the barbell rack pull. We just have 2 sets in this week, so let's maximize even those 2 sets by doing a proper form, proper breathing technique, and full range of motion. So let's go. Final set. Get your mind into the exercise before even you touch the rod. That's basic rules. Let's go. Now, actually, I'm going to increase the weight a bit just to make it a bit more challenging for myself because it's just 2 sets. And remember to lock. So, enough rest. Last and final set of the barbell rack pulls. Let's go. In 3, 2, 1, and up. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're done. So the decision of increasing the weight was good because I felt slightly towards the end that I'm not able to do the reps. So always try to push yourself. No one else is going to do that for you. I'm here to help you with getting you in the best shape of your life. So let's do this together and push each other. Let's go. We're done with this. Moving on to our next exercise for back, which is our final exercise, the hyperextension. Again, the hyperextension also works on your lower back. So let's get some rest, have some water, and move on to hyperextension. Let's go. We're finally done with our barbell rack pull. Now for the final one for our back is going to be a hyperextension. Now a hyperextension machine is definitely there in any gym. If you don't have a hyperextension machine, you can do something called as a good morning by taking a bar on your shoulder and then going as low as possible and then coming back, squeezing your lower back. But here we are demonstrating a hyperextension. For this, just adjust the front lever so that your torso only is hanging when you get into position. And how to get into position? Anchor your feet on the base and lock it with the support behind so that you don't have any kind of chance of injury. So my legs are completely on the base, anchored and locked. Now the only thing which is hanging away from the machine is my torso. Now for doing the exercise, I keep my hands on my chest or on my head to make it more difficult, but I'll be doing the first set by keeping my hands on the chest, and my complete body is in a straight line. Now I'll keep my hands on my chest, go down without bending my back, as much as I can. So this is my final position, and then back explode to the initial position. Do not go too away from the starting position. You align yourself with the angle of the bench. Keep your hands forward, legs locked as much as you can without bending. So I don't want you to collapse like that. So without bending your back as much as you can, and then up. Focus on squeezing your lower back. We have 15 to 18 reps of this. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, keep your spine neutral always through the movement. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Done with the first exercise. I'm really able to feel my lower back because we just finished our barbell rack pulls and we're doing a hyper extension. So the whole strain is on my lower back. So it's very important for you to make sure that the posture and the form is 100% right in any exercise, not only this exercise. Let's take a break of 30 seconds to 45 seconds. In between, you can just stretch by just bending forward and getting that stretch in nice in your lower back as much as you can. Breathe in the stretched position, and then whenever you're ready, get back onto the second set. A rule of thumb of 30 to 45 seconds. We're good to go. Set number 2. We have 2 more sets of hyper extension left. Then we move on to training our biceps. So again, lock your legs completely anchored, hips, glutes tight. I don't want you to focus on your hamstrings. We are doing this exercise for our lower back. So keep your hands on your chest. Let's go. While coming up, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, that set was a bit slightly challenging. That's the whole point. Make it challenging. Now if this is easy for you, I would recommend you take a weight plate or a medicine ball or a dumbbell in your hands and then increase the weight and the load on your lower back. But for beginners and people who have just started to do this movement, I would recommend just using body weight, which is more than enough because your entire torso's weight is falling on your lower back. So that is pretty much, we are not doing this exercise to build anything. We're doing this exercise to make sure that we strengthen our lower back muscles and keep our spine safe through all the exercises. So we're done with 2 sets. For the last and final set, I'm going to take a nice 30-second, 45-second rest because it's the last exercise for the back. Already the entire back is kind of knocking and telling me that something is like really intense work is done today. So it's good that we have endured the complete workout. We have our final set. I'm just talking because I just want to take my mind off my lower back and just get some diversion. Get some stretch in your lower back and then We go on to set number 3. Same thing. Lock your legs. Glutes tight. Hands on your chest. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Oh, we're done with the back for the day. Now moving on to training the second muscle group of the day, which is biceps. Let's take some rest, 45 seconds to 60 seconds of rest now. Prepare our mind mentally, get into that zone of training, another body part, and then let's start. I'm going to hydrate myself, take some rest, catch my breath back, and then move on to my next one. Let's go. Now for my first warm-up set, I'm going to do 5 kg dumbbell, not too heavy. Just getting a warm-up for our first working set for biceps. To shoulder width stance, dumbbells to your side, hip slightly hinged, and then just full contraction and full stretch. 3, again, exhale while you contract. So exhale while you come up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Done with our first warm-up. I'm going to just stick to the same weight for my second warm-up. Have some water. You don't have to rest too much between your warm-up sets because again, you're just getting warmed up. This is not your working set. Just get them already, because you've already done so many variations in your back. Your secondary muscle group, which is your bicep, is already warm up. So this is something which is just, you know, like a bridge in between your back and biceps. So let's not waste any time. Let's go. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're done with our warm-up for biceps. We're done with our warm-up now. Moving on to our first working set, which is a seated dumbbell curl. Now for this thing, I would recommend to choose any kind of bench, or this one what I'm using is a back supported one, so that I can just completely rest my back, focus completely on my biceps, and you know, get those 12 to 15 reps for 3 sets. So for my first set, I'm going to choose a weight of 7.5. Now it is on you to choose your weight. Minimum is 12 to 15 reps. So let's go. Same thing. Arch back, back straight, dumbbells on your sides, and pull up while you squeeze your bicep, and exhale while you're coming up. So let's go. 15 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, let's go, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're done with set number 1 of our seated dumbbell curl. I can already feel my biceps getting pumped up, because when you do a back and bicep day, you already work your biceps as a secondary muscle. Whenever you're doing your pull-ups, your pull-downs, your rows, your secondary muscle group is going to be your biceps. So there's already blood flow in that muscle. Your biceps are already warmed up. That is the reason which we have biceps today, so that we can get the most out of it by being able to tear down muscle and then help it recover by giving good nutrition and supplementation. So let's take some break, around 30 to 45 seconds, and we move into our second set. Now for my second set, I'm going to increase the weight and go to 10 kgs. Now if you have got 15 reps easily, I would recommend you to increase weight to the next dumbbell set, or if you've faced difficulty in getting 12 to 15 reps in your first set, stick to the same weight, focus on the form, focus on keeping your back straight, your chest upright, and then focus on getting those 12 to 15 reps again in your second set. So we're done with our rest periods. Let's take our second weight, which is 10 kgs, and start the exercise with air inside. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, done with set number 2. I know you guys are feeling it too. We just have one more set for the seated dumbbell curls. For this, I'm going to keep the weight to 10 because I'm already feeling good that I'm able to do those 15 reps with the 10 kg. I don't have to increase weight if I'm not at, like, I don't need to increase weight at the cost of my form and posture. So I'm going to take some rest, have some water in between, and let's go without any delay. Just clear the weights from where you're sitting, and let's go. Third and final set for the seated dumbbell curl. Let's go. 15 reps is our target. Let's go. Chest upright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoa. That concludes set number 1, seated dumbbell curl. We move to the second variation now for the biceps. Get some stretch in your biceps, have some water, get some rest. We move on to the next variation. We're done with the seated dumbbell curl. Now moving on to the second exercise, which is the wide grip easy bar curl. For this, we're focusing on the length of the bicep with a wider grip. So take a weight which you can do 12 to 15 reps. We have 3 sets of this. So we start off with a lighter weight and a firm grip. Now again, your grip should be very firm so that you remove the wrist from the equation, and shoulder width stance, slight hinge in the hip, and then shoulders back, chest up, pull up and exhale at the same time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So before going into the second set, 2 important things in this exercise. Number 1, It's very important to hydrate. Number 2, keep your elbows as close to the body as possible throughout the movement and focus on squeezing and stretching the bicep only. Do not go back, do not take your elbow back to just get the weight up. Your elbows are always aligned with your body and the movement is this way, and you exhale when you contract. So when you exhale when you come up, and focus not just leaving the weight down but going down slow and controlling and keeping a constant tension on the muscle. So without any delay, let's go into our second set. Let's keep the weight same. Try to hit that 15 rep mark with complete focus on form and posture. So again, shoulder width stance, elbows on your sides, chest upright, back straight, slight hinge in the hip. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set number 2 done. Now for the third set, in the rest time, I'm going to get my weight for the third set. I'm going to increase the weight by 1 more plate because I'm feeling good. Even if after the back I'm feeling that I can do those 12 to 15 reps, I can try to push till 15, but I'm sure that I'll get those 12 reps. So that is the reason I'm increasing the weight in my third set. Always remember, in any exercise, the importance of this is more than anything else, because the lock keeps you away from injuries. So always try to protect yourself whenever you're exercising. That is something which you will not hear people tell you, but that is something which is very important, because if you're all right, you can train. If you're injured, there's no scope. So let's go without any delay. We're done with our rest. Third set and final set for the wide grip easy bar curls. Let's go. Shoulder width stance, back straight, chest up, elbows on the side. Exhale while you pull the bar up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're done with 3 sets of the wide grip easy bar curls. Now using the same bar, we're going to go into the third exercise and final exercise for the day, which is the machine pre-chair curl. Now here we don't have a machine pre-chair curl with a pulley, so we're going to use the EZ bar and a pre-chair curl machine. So by using this, I'm going to do a close grip and lock my angle of the hand so that I can get more on the bicep peak for the third exercise. Now done with this, get some water, get some rest. We move on to the next one. Let's go. We're done with the major part of the workout. Now the last exercise for biceps today is going to be a pre-chair curl. Now you can do this on a normal pre-chair curl with a easy bar rod, a straight rod, dumbbells, or if you have a pre-chair curl machine in your gym, use that. So whatever the variation is, the exercise movement is going to be the same. Now we have 2 sets of this, 15 to 18 reps. So we choose a weight which we can do 18 reps in the first set with a slight bit of challenge after rep number 15. So for that, I'm going to choose this weight, hold not a wide nor a close but neutral position here in the easy bar, take the weight. This is going to be my starting position. My arms, or rather my armpits, are going to be inside the bench. That's the starting position. Elbows are close, tucked in, not wide or not too close, just shoulder width apart. Chest upright. We start the movement by lowering the weight, breathing in. Let's go. 1, 2, breathe out when you contract and exhale. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That was set number 1. Oh, we have one more set of this. For the next set, I'm going to slightly increase the weight, take some rest in between. Remember to lock the bar always, because you don't want to get into any kind of injury. However, so let's go. Set number 2 and final set. Let's get some water in the system before we start set number 2. And adjust the seat. Make sure that you are completely, your arm is completely from the shoulder, completely isolated by pressing your armpits into the machine. That's a good rule of thumb to do a machine pre-chair curl. Set number 2, final set. I'm going to aim for a 15 to 18 rep range with this weight. Let's go. We're done with our rest. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Chest up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, squeeze, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, that was 2 sets of the pre-chair curl. We've come to the end of today's workout, and let's take some rest. We have one more set or exercise left, which is a machine rowing. Let's go on to that. Get some water in the system before we do that, and let's go. We're done with the pre-chair curl. Now our final exercise for the day is going to be a machine rowing for 10 minutes. Now, if you don't have the rowing machine in your gym, not to worry, you can do it either on a seated low pulley row by putting a normal straight bar and doing the same action for 100 reps, or if you don't have a seated low pulley row in the gym, you can just do the same action in a cable by adjusting the pulley to the lowermost side, fixing your legs either on a weight plate or a stepper, and then doing the same action with the straight bar again for 100 reps. So, because we have a rowing machine, we do this now 10 minutes, the final exercise for the day, and lock your legs, hook the bar always, back straight. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and go. And oh, we're done. 10 minutes was quite intense in the final workout, but nonetheless we finished the workout. That was back and bicep day for you guys. Now get some rest. Don't forget to hydrate yourself. Get out of the gym, have your shake or a post-workout meal. We're done with today. It was a great workout. Pat yourself on the back. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep lifting, keep transforming. I'll see you in the next one.